For 1,000 years, I've seen empires rise from dust and crumble back into it. I've walked among kings and beggars, watched mountains erode into plains, and seen constellations shift in the night sky. My name is KL, though I've had hundreds of names. And for most of my life, my single burning ambition was to cheat death. It all started in a small forgotten village where life was short and brutal. I saw my mother taken by a fever, my father by a raider's sword. I saw friends wither from age while I was still in my prime. Death was the ultimate thief, and I swore I would never let it rob me. So I began my quest. I spent my first century as a scholar, devouring ancient texts, searching for whispers of the eternal. I learned forgotten languages, deciphered cryptic scrolls. I followed whispers of a hidden spring, a mystical flower, a sorcerer's incantation. I traded my youth, my fortune, everything for scraps of knowledge. The world changed around me. People I knew became memories, then faded legends. I was on the verge of something magnificent. Then, after 200 years of searching, I found it. In a sunless cavern at the peak of an unclimbable mountain, I found the Heartstone. It wasn't a gem, but a pulsing, living crystal that hummed with a power that vibrated in my very bones. The legends were true. Holding it, I felt a surge of energy, a fire that cauterized the very concept of decay from my soul. I had done it. The first few centuries were exhilarating. I was a god walking among mortals. I amassed wealth, knowledge, built cities, and then watched them turn to ruins, knowing I would remain. I saw humanity invent the printing press, sail across oceans, harness electricity, and reach for the stars. I was a silent observer, a constant in their ever-changing world. I thought this was fulfillment, I thought this was victory. But a strange kind of rot began to set in. Not in my body, but in my spirit. Each time was a fresh wound. I fell in love countless times. I'd watch the spark in their eyes dim, their hair turn to silver, their hand grow frail in mine, until I was left alone again with nothing but a ghost in my memory. The pain of outliving one love is immense. Imagine experiencing it 100 times. Friends, family, lovers. They were all just temporary figures, beautiful sandcastles I built on the shore, knowing the tide of time would inevitably wash them away. I tried to detach myself, a ghost story whispered by villagers. But the loneliness was a physical ache, a cold that no fire could warm. I had all the time in the world, but no one to share it with. I had seen everything, but nothing felt new. The most beautiful sunset is just a predictable arrangement of light and color when you've seen it 1,000,000 times. The most profound piece of music becomes just noise. That's when the horrifying truth dawned on me. The very thing that made life precious, the very thing that gave it meaning, was its ending. The knowledge that our time is finite is what pushes us to love deeply, to create passionately, to cherish every single moment. It's the engine of all human endeavor. And I had removed my engine. I had spent a lifetime chasing immortality, only to discover that being immortal means spending an eternity chasing fulfillment. It's a hunger that can never be sated. I am a spectator at a grand feast, but I can never taste the food. I'm a man with a bottomless cup, but no water to fill it. Now I wander. I watch you all living your short, beautiful, brilliant lives. You laugh with an abandon I can no longer feel. You cry with a sorrow that I can only envy. You strive, you build, you love, all because you know deep down that you don't have forever. I won, but in doing so I lost life. My greatest achievement became my eternal prison. So if you ever find yourself wishing for more time, just remember me. Remember the man who got all the time in the world and found it was completely, utterly empty.